Second deck that took a long time coming for me to put back together. And that's mostly because I was waiting on stupid short prints getting reprints and other stuff. They're back, boys! Thank you for tuning into YouTube. Let's go. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Team Forbidden's YouTube page. It is I, Sen Osama the Fanatic, back at you with the long time away update for ABC. Finally got the Therian cards, and they were finally accessible and not like $1,000 each. I know that's a gross exaggerating. And there's the adventure stuff too, but I hate that package. So, without any further ado, we got our Kaiba mat. We represent the Seto Kaiba. Let's get into ABCs. So first off, we have 3 copies of A Assault Core. Secret rares provided by Jarek, the artist Koiko. Although I am missing the secret rares for Union Hanger, but we don't talk about that. No longer limited because of stupid firewall cannon soldier loops. When it's sent, it's A Assault Core. It's not the first deck profile. A, B, C. We should all know what these do, but for those that don't remember, when sent to graveyard, recycles a Union monster from the graveyard except for itself, so you need 2 copies in order to loop it. Searches any other Union monster from your deck, special summons any Union monster from your hand, but you have to have a Union monster in your hand prior to activate that effect. So, the other effect, when they are equipped, unaffected by monster effects, unaffected by spells, unaffected by traps. ABC! Back together again. 1 copy of Union Driver, because it's Union Driver. I wish my carrier was not banned still, but it's never coming back. If it's banned in Japan, there's no way it's ever coming back. So, this thing turns Union Hanger into a 1-card combo, or it did with, carrier being a card. You can still potentially 1-card combo with a card in our extra deck, but that's basically it. 2 copies of Therian King Regulus. I probably should be running 3, but you got the field spell to search it out. I also don't really know what to take out for a 3rd copy, but this card is busted. And one of the reasons it took me forever to get this deck together is because of how stupid, short print, and expensive this card was when it first came out. But now we have Megatins, so it's easy to get. In fact, I have I pulled 4 of them. I don't remember if I still have 4. I think I might have sold the 4th copy, but that's beside the point. Hand traps! We have 3 copies of Ash and 3 copies of Droll, because Droll is just dumb. And Ash is just Ash. You know what these are. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you should know what these are. These cards are like generic stupid hand traps. You can switch them out for Ogre and other stuff, or whatever fits your meta and whatever fits your locals. Field spells! 3 copies of Union Hanger! Oh, this card is so good! This card, without this card, Unions definitely could not function. Or ABC anyway. I still think it's funny that we have Y and Z on here, and W, and those technically don't work with this card for some reason. Because it says, oh, whenever you summon a light Union monster. So in other words, screw X Head Cannon and screw V Tiger Catapult. Why? You had it right there in the art. But I digress. 3 copies of Therian Disc Coliseum. You basically just play this for, card protection action, and you're searching out your Regulus. 1 terraforming to just search your stuff. 1 set rotation because you have 2 field spells now, so you can do that. Give your opponent the Disc Coliseum, or give your opponent the Uni Hanger, and figure out what they do from there. Unfortunately, unlike the Zephyr card, it doesn't lock them out. So you might consider, I don't know, running that in the side deck. I'm not running it in the side deck. I probably should. You know, just for decks that revolve around their field spells. 3 copies of Unauthorized Reactivation. Basically, it turns your 1-card combo into a 2-card combo. It equips the monsters, and it can also be used defensively as well, because, like I said, A, perfection monster effects, B, from spells, C, from traps. So they like, alright, lightning storm. Let me just kill all your face-up monsters. Okay, cool. Let me just equip Beat Buster Drake from my deck with this card, or ABC with Beat Buster Drake. Congratulations, I'm now no longer affected by spells. Suck it. 1 Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave. Why is this card still at 1? This card should be at like 2 or 3. I'm tired of this card being at 1. Put it back to 3. I want to be able to combo. 1 Foolish Burial. This was originally something else, but you need this just in case you open this in Therian, so that way you can just drop Therian and just go from there. Oh yeah, that's the other thing about Therian is when you Therian and you equip the Union Monster to it from the graveyard, you just unequip it all just automatically and just special summon it and just go from there. If you've got other Union Monsters, you just go nuts. Otherwise, it's just like, okay, cool. I'll just negate anything by tributing myself and go from there. And 3
6K boost.
Pot of Prosperity. Because it's Pot of Prosperity, they really need to reprint this card in a form that's a lot more accessible for a lot of people.
Damn, nice.
Maybe that's coming up. I don't know what's in the Rarity collection or not. Into the traps. 3 copies of Literal Hand Trap Imminent Impermanence. It's Imminent Impermanence. I'm not going to explain the rest of it. You should know what this card does by now. It's broken. It is Literal Hand Trap. And for rounding off our deck, 3 copies of Skill Drain. So some of you are probably wondering, wait, why Skill Drain? What does that do against this deck? Don't you have a lot of effect monsters in there? Yeah, and this tributes itself, so it's going to resolve off the field. And then for this one, you just banish a card and then tribute it and summon the 3 of them back. So Skill Drain with this is very, very stupid. I can see this card going back to 1 potentially, because it's at 1 in Japan right now apparently, but I like this card a lot. It's super good. Shuts down a lot of stuff unless it's like spell and trap heavy decks. Into the extra deck, 3 copies of ABC Dragon Buster. If this card is at 3, you run no less. And A, B, and C. What makes this card broken is that, oh, I want to fusion summon this card. Oh, I don't have the materials on the field. Don't need to worry about the field. You can banish them from the graveyard. Now, why this wasn't just a complete retrain of XYZ Dragon Cannon, I don't know. But they decided, okay, we're going to make ABC and go from there. 1 Bagushka, because if you need to just sit in a rank 4, there it is. 1 Dweller for all them graveyard decks. Underworld Goddess, because it links your opponent's monsters away. Abramax, because I don't have an extra access code talker. On top of the fact that this is arguably better in some situations. Appaloosa, because sometimes you just sit on this and you win. Nightmare Package. Cerberus sucks. Lana, because sometimes it comes up. Platinum Gadget, because this is technically your 1-card combo now. IP, Cross Sheep, and Clara and Rushka, because sometimes you have to link off during main phase 2. And Nibiru Token. Speaking of Nibiru, into the side deck, we have 2 copies of Oh My God, a Giant Rock. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's a rock and it's giant. No, I am never going to stop referencing that joke from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. It will never not be funny to me. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 2 copies of Ghost Bell, a Harpies Feather Duster, and I'll be Straight up honest, these should probably be Book of Eclipse, but I'm opting to run 2 copies of Spellbound just to help against the Unchained matchup. For Runic and Spell Heavy decks, hold up, slow down, wait a turn, and then 3 copies of Evenly Matched, because Evenly Matched is still just as broken as ever. So yeah, that's it. That's the return of ABCs with the Therian King Regulus. Not much else I can really say. This one took me a while to build, partially because I was waiting for the Regulus reprints, and partially because, like I said in the Winged Dragon of Raw deck profile, I've been really burnt out as of late, and it's been no fun. I've had, even in Digimon, I've had some burnout factor in getting some decks together, but slowly on the road to recovery, on the way there, and I'm getting them back when I can. So, anyways, enough about me. How about you guys? What do you think of the deck? What other decks would you like to see from us coming up? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down below for notifications, and we will catch you guys on the flip side.